Okay, we got Kobe said he heard or Mig, shout out to Miguel. He said he heard that Vergil and Jaron Ennis is most likely not gonna fight next because it's not a belt on the line. And that's what I've been saying from the beginning. You know, this is why Vergil Ortiz is not being vocal. You know, the whole thing is, oh, he just want to make sure he get past Lubin first. Bullshit. Gilberto Ramirez got a fight coming up, and so do what's the brother's name? David Benavidez got a fight coming up. And they're negotiating right now. Benavidez and Gilberto Ramirez. So yeah, believe that if you want to. That's horseshit. He's not fighting Jaron Boots Ennis. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, it doesn't make any sense. So, you know, thing is, somebody gonna have to get a belt, and somebody could have been got a belt. Mazaliev could be fighting Josh Kelly. He could have fought either one of them, whether it was Boots, whether it was Vergil Ortiz. There's rumors that I heard personally. Somebody said, you know, on social media, or somebody credible said, I think it might have been Chris Minix or somebody. It was saying that, you know, MSG wants to do Xander Zayas versus Jaron Boots Ennis at MSG. 6 days ago on BoxingScene.com, they said that, you know, that Abu Abarasis, the WBA guy, you know, whether he regular or full champion, that Xander Zayas trying to get him in a fight. So ultimately, ain't nobody trying to fight each other. You know, Sebastian ain't trying, you know, he supposed to fight Keith. I mean, who really cares? We haven't still got a fixed date for that. I think that has a lot to do with Rolly and Pacquiao falling out. You know, right now, Xander Zayas, you know, Vergil Ortiz and Jaron Boots Ennis, and, you know, it doesn't make sense to do it without a belt. The same way with Jaron Boots Ennis was said it didn't make sense for them to go up to 154 and fight Vergil Ortiz without a belt. But he had a belt at 47. What sense does it make? All this is propaganda by Eddie. Has his own even come out and say, well, we want to make Vergil Ortiz and, you know, Jaron Ennis by any means necessary. Think about it. If Turkey Al-Sheikh couldn't get that fight done, you know, for the amount of money that Jaron Ennis could have made in that fight, which was around $5 million, if he couldn't get it done, how does Zone gonna get it done? They balling on the budget. So that doesn't make sense. So if Turkey couldn't get it done, why would the Zone? And if the Zone wanted to get it done, why ain't they pushing for it? Why aren't they pushing more content about it? Why ain't they coming out saying, oh, that's something we want to do next. We willing to give Vergil what he look at. They can't give Vergil and Jaron more than what Turkey gave him. So you know it's not happening. So they're going to hide behind, oh, I got to get and they both could have got a belt. You know what I'm saying? That whole fight, Jaron Ennis just had, that's a sham. He could have just went and fought Mazaliev. Come on. But he didn't want to do that. Because he don't believe in himself. Vergil been here a long time. Come on. You couldn't, you know, make some shake with Sebastian Fondor. You could have fought Mazaliev and got a belt and had one up on Boots in negotiation for a couple more dollars. You didn't do that. They're not fighting each other. I'm telling y'all. This whole fight week, that would have been the most interesting thing about this fight week. Golden Boy events are low vibrational. I heard Tom say, well, yeah, I got credentialed, you know, to get in, and, you know, they credential me even though I talk shit in PBC, because ain't nobody going to that shit. Ain't nobody going to that fight. They probably was going to pay you to show up. Wasn't nobody going to Vergil versus Erickson Lubin in Dallas Fort Worth. Why? You ain't heard nothing about ticket sales. They got to pay people to come to that fight. They got to pay people, get a Whataburger, you know, get 2 Vergil and Lubin tickets free. Let's just keep it real. Golden Boy, without Canelo and without certain Ryan Garcia, they ain't flipped the profit on the fight in quite some time. Vergil Ortiz fought in, he fought in Vegas. Man, it was the quietest Vegas fight you ever seen. Vegas, like, man, get this motherfucker up out of here. Get up out of here, man. And then you think about Vergil and Jaron Ennis, no belt on the line. Okay, that's cool. No fan base from one, no fan base from the other. I mean, real talk, what type of fight is it? Nobody got the juice. Nobody got credentials. Nobody got a belt. Both unproven. This is like putting the prospect and the prospect in together. You used to get those fights all the time. Two top prospects in there. That's what it would be like. And if it ain't for top dollar that Turkey was paying, it ain't happening. I'm telling you, it just don't make sense. Turkey not funding it. The Zone don't have no money to pay out. Golden Boy don't have no money to pay out. Eddie on his fucking butt cheeks and his knuckles don't have no money. That fight ain't happening, bro. This is all for publicity to make Boots look better. See, nobody wants to fight the Boots. And see, Vergil didn't want to fight Boots. The Zone wanted the fight to happen, and Vergil didn't want to happen. It's just to make him look look better with the publicity, or better to the public. That's all it's about for Jaron Ennis. And Vergil Ortiz, we already know. What's the point of punking Vergil Ortiz? He got 5 fans. Anybody gonna be a little Dickies Arena? Man, they gotta pay people from his neighborhood. They gotta pay people to Uber and Lyft there and get them tickets and nacho cheese in a pouch to come to that fight. I'm telling you, man, nobody fuck with him like that, bro. It doesn't make sense. It don't, on no level, commercially, for the hardcore, it doesn't make sense. And they don't do anything for the hardcore fans, so you know it don't make sense. It doesn't, but you know, that's just my opinion on it. And you know, Miguel was saying that, hey, they ain't doing nothing. They said that fight ain't going down unless somebody get a belt. And I'll guarantee you, ain't neither one of them in a rush to get a belt. They dragging their heels, they dragging their toes, they dragging their elbows. They not in a rush to get a belt. Whole career's been in tune-ups. And that's, I mean, like I said before, y'all getting y'all whole heat is just to build up a fight for 3, 4, 5 years. And then when you don't care about it in 2000, 29, 30, yeah, we ready to fight. Like, why give a fuck about the fight? The promotion in boxing is so sad, bro. The strategy to have a move a fighter is so sad. Everybody want to nickel and dime and stretch it out. Everybody want to stretch it out. From the bootlickers all the way to the elites. Everybody trying to stretch it out. Everybody trying to just, 22 fake the fans. Like, just get to it. I don't get it. Why not just get to it? Why not just prove you the best? Even if you come up short and you got a good performance, you still can bounce back. Sean Porter lost plenty of times and still made good money. Kenneth lost plenty of times and still came back and made good money. Danny lost times and still came back and made good money. So, but yeah, I know for a fact that fight ain't happening next. It ain't happening next. So with Jaron and Xander Zayas fight, I don't think that's happening next either. Jaron probably gonna try to fight the WBA guy. And for Vergil Ortiz, it'll be another calendar year without getting a title shot. He ain't fighting Fondora. If Fondora wouldn't fight Xander Zayas, why would he fight Vergil Ortiz? I didn't understand that. I feel like Sebastian Fondora beat the dog walking shit out of Xander Zayas right now. So if they avoided fighting Xander Zayas, I mean, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Like, they probably won't fight Vergil Ortiz. So, like I said before, everybody want the perfect opportunity. And by the time, you ready to take the opportunity, or the perfect opportunity come, you wasted your whole career. The way Vergil Ortiz has been moved as a fighter, it should be criminal. His whole career has just been like a sham. If he comes out to be a great fighter, they wasted so much time. If he comes out to be, a bad fighter, then, hey, it made sense to nickel and dime and stretch it out. But remember what they said when the first Boots fight fought, we ain't never fighting Boots after this. Remember they said, I told y'all, man, like, this is why they haven't responded, bro. This is why Eddie said, yeah, we got to pull up ringside. And all this is to make them look better in the public's view. Eddie is a scam artist, bro. He's the scam artist promoter, bro. He's not gave us a real, true product. Why you think Frank Warren pulled out the push brooms and they packed Eddie up in that versus thing they had? Eddie Hearn is a scammer. All his fighters are scam likely or parody fighters. Joshua, Dillian White, Jaron Ennis. Now we pretty sure Ben Whitaker's a fucking scam. He's over there. It's always been scam. Shakun, he just used him for a minute. Everybody that's been under his promotional company, it's been a scam. Damn near. There might be a couple real ones that was there for a minute. African style Danny Jacobs, scam likely versus Canelo. Then he get beat up by English muffin too with butter and fucking blueberry jam on it. Yeah, who was that Englishman that beat him up? Was it John Ryder? Scam. Everything was man. Matchroom is a scam. Any fighter with Matchroom is a scam or a satire parody fighter. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link tree. You can find me on X, Instagram, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Join the Patreon. It's inside the link tree. Find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Peace.